رسول الله وعلى أهل بيتك المظلومين لعن الله الظالمين لكم من الأولين والآخرين. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي نفوز فوزا عظيما. We are still in the first 3 nights. I'm going to read this poem. كم يا هلال محرم تشجينا مزايا لقوسك نبله يرمينا كل المصايب قد تهون سوى التي تركت فؤاد محمد محزونا يوم بيزدلف الطغاة أمية يوم بيزدلف الطغاة أمية كي تشفين من الحسين طغونا نادى إله من معين لم يجد حسينا نادى إله من معين لم يجد إلا المحددة الرقاب معينا فهوى على وجه الصعيد مبضعا يبغاني يا أبوي فهوى على وجه الصعيد مبضعا ما نال تغسيلا ولا تكفينا وسر بنسوته على جف المطايا زينب يا أم المصائب وسر بنسوته على عجف المطا تطوي سهولا بالفلاح وحزونا ومثل زينب وهي بنت محمد برزت تخاطب شامة ملونا فغدا بمحضرها يقلب مبسما كان النبي برشفه مفتونا وذيج صحت يا حسين يا خويا العمر لا طالت ايامه يا خويا الشام يا خويا الشام حد وعاني اللي المنامه خويا علي زيد الرجس طبيت وراسك كان قدامه خويا يضرب راسك قبالي وهاجت نار دلالي صحت لا تضرب الوالي عسل شلت يمينك ليش تضرب راس والي إلا يقول اسمع حجي نهض سوالي وسبني ويباك المجلس الميشوم قام يريد يضرب شمحلى الأخت شمحلى الأخت لو عدها خوان تعيش مدللة وما يوم Tinhan, old lady Zainab, at least Mawlati, you saw what happened in Karbala. But there is a daughter for Imam Hussein in Medina waiting for him. Ya Mawlati, Ya Fatima Ali. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam in Medina ordered his family members, told them we are going to be leaving Medina. He ordered all his kids, his daughters, his sons, his family members, his sister Zainab. Imam al-Hussein had a daughter named Fatima al-Alila. She was a young daughter who had a very close relationship to Imam al-Hussein, but she was ill at the time when he was leaving. So she sat in the corner, told him, "Oh, Father, you didn't tell me to pack my things. I'm ready to come with you." He told her, "Oh, Fatima, you will not be coming. You're staying here. You are ill. I don't want to take you on this long journey, oh, daughter." She told him, "Oh, Father, I'm used to unrolling your prayer mat for you. If I leave, who will do it for you, oh, Father? If you will not accompany, who will unroll the prayer mat for you every single day? Oh, Father, I'm used to your lap where you would embrace me every single day. If you would leave me and go, who would embrace me from now on?" Narrations say, after Imam al-Hussein leaving Medina, Fatima al-Alila sat behind the door every single day waiting for him. al-Baneen came to Fatima al-Alila, told her, "Why are you sitting at the door?" She told her, "I'm waiting for my father." "Oh, Mawlati, ya Fatima, only if you know what's happened to your father, oh, Fatima. If you would have seen what's happened to him, his body was chopped into pieces. He was left with a body without a head. If you would have seen what's happened to your uncle Al-Abbas, he was left with a body with chopped hands and arrow in his eye. If you would have seen what's happened to your aunt, Lady Zainab, nobody has seen her shadow at all, even her shadow. Now she's in the midst of men being whipped by the enemies." إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. طيبوا مجلسكم بالصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على Brothers, Alhamdulillah Ta'ala, we have completed 2 nights where we pondered specific topics which are very crucial to us every single day. And they are linked to our day-to-day life. And the topic for today is Islam a religion of honor, by no means to degrade. Now what does that mean? This means that there are a group of people, a group of individuals. There are a group of individuals who consider Islam as a religion, as a series of processes that are meant to degrade people, to make them like second-class people. And this is definitely not the case. Some of the things that we hear daily is regarding the hijab. Oh, you're covered, why is this? Why does Islam implement covering of the women? Are they, why are they inferior? Why do they have to cover? Why do men not have to cover? And so inshallah we will go for today, not for too long, but we will be discussing some of the things that they used to tackle us with, and some of the challenges we are facing in our societies as well. Now, one of the things that a lot of people question regarding Islam, it's a religion, yes, but simultaneously at the same time, it's a series of laws to guide you. When I came today to the masjid over here, to the markaz, I used the GPS. The person who brought us used the GPS to come here. It is a guider. Without that, he could arrive here, but it would take very long. So Islam is a guider for us. Now, when we are in a society where we see different things that don't go along with Islam, my duty is to ask and question for what reason and on what basis did Islam depend to prohibit this act or this teaching, etc. For what reason? One of the things is music. A lot of people say, well, why is music haram? Music is something that, for example, like you just put it on and it helps calm you down when you're stressing, when you have a fight with your parents, or like with mom and dad, when you come back and you get a 51 on your test, on your math test, and then you have a fight with your father. Oh, I spent all I can on you and I did this and I did that for you and I have a fight with my father, so I have to use music as a way to calm myself down and be at rest. And this is the epitome of misguidance and ignorance. Now, why is music haram? Why did Ahlul Bayt prohibit music for us? Why did Islam create a barrier between us and music? Now, I will give a very simple answer which I believe the majority of you will relate. Before I go into that, I want to inform you the ruling behind it. Now, there is something called as-sama'u wal-istima'. Listening to music, as in you going to Walmart and you're shopping and they have music on, okay, but you're not paying attention to what's being said, nor the words, nor the tone. You're just shopping, you're doing your thing and you're leaving. That's not haram on you. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called sama'. You're hearing something, but you're not with it. There is istima', and that's where you are concentrating with the words, with the beat, you're doing this with your feet, with the tone, with everything. This is called istima'. This is prohibited. Now, why it's prohibited? Islam emphasizes for one to be in his full intellectual capacity and level always, as much as he can. And what music does very, very normally and very, very easily, and that's a substantiated, established fact. All of you would agree with me. When you listen to some sort of music, it causes some emotional pleasure. It causes you to start thinking, some thoughts are being triggered, you feel at rest, you feel calm now, you feel relaxed. And that's in a negative way, not in a positive way. That's why you would never, I say this hand on heart, you would never see a person who sings, who does music, who does all those things, and at the same time, he prays on time. He reads the Quran and he guides himself to the proper, and he pertains to the teaching of Islam. You would never find that. Not at all. If the person does that, there is something wrong. If you see him listening to music, singing, doing all those, and at the same time he's a very devout Muslim, this is the appearance of him. This is not the reality. Now, here's a question for you, think about it. Let's say you own a house, and something happened with the government and they want to take the house from you, and you put a lawyer. Would you prefer the person who you establish as your lawyer, or as a person to help facilitate things with you? Would you want this person to be at his fullest intellectual capacity when dealing with this case? Or are you okay with him being, kind of calm, taking things easy, doing things whatever he wants, feeling at rest? Which one? For sure you would say, well, this is a big case, it's a house, I'm going to be losing the house if something happens. No, I want to be very educated, very precise, not having instability. I would say, well, the same reason God doesn't want you to listen to music. Why? Because you, all the time, we have a connection with God. And this is Islam. He doesn't want you at one point to be in a less intellectual capacity and position. He wants you to be always in that position where you are ready for things that come to you. Because we never know in this society when we can be triggered with things that surround us. Anytime. So if you're not in your fullest intellectual capacity and position to deal with things as if you were to be dealing with a serious matter, then you will be affected. And that's the conclusion that Islam doesn't want you to get. And for the same reason, Islam is prohibiting stuff like the use of unethical substances. I don't want to use another terminology. For the same reason, Islam doesn't want you to use these substances like drugs and stuff like that. Why? One of the drugs, which is well established, makes you see things late. So for example, if you're driving and the traffic sign turns red, and you're driving, and you're on these substances, you would see it turning red later on. So it delays everything for you. Now the question is, if you use that and you weren't driving, you're a Muslim, how much does it reflect negatively on you? Again, we are basing our lecture today on previous lectures. First lecture we spoke about the importance of resilience and having strong immunity. The second day we spoke about the legitimacy of Islam. Is Islam outdated? And we proved that on several planes, Islam is way developed, more than all of the processes and the systematic laws that apply themselves here in the Western or even Eastern world. And so based upon that, when Islam is giving you this teaching, this is not for Islam, it's for you. It is there for a reason. And you have to comprehend that. The use of these substances is extremely detrimental to you, very, very negative on you, socially. Leave alone your health and everything. Socially, it's bad on you. Now, I know what's causing these things in our societies. I really know what's causing those. It's one thing. This is social media. Social media today has the power and the ability to deliver things to you within seconds. Seconds. A thought, an idea, can be delivered to you within seconds, within moments. Now, are we using the social media platform in a way where it can benefit us? For example, I will give a very straight example here, and I hope nobody's bothered by it. Until now, on the group of, on the Instagram page of this association, nothing is posted about youth and the gathering. I don't know why. Why is that? We have this in our scholars back then, Imam Al-Majlisi, Sayyid Al-Murtada, Sheikh Al-Mufid, they used to travel to different countries years to gather books, to gather a hadith. Oh, قال الإمام قال رسول الله حسين مني وأنا من حسين. This is narrated by this sheikh. Perfect, I got this. Oh, I heard that there's something like it with a different chain. So in order for me to prove that this is a correct hadith, I have to travel all the way to there, to my horse or on a camel, to bring this hadith and to come back. Took years. They spend their lives traveling and debating and talking. Today you are in an era that's extremely developed, where you can find any piece of information within seconds. Books, sources, ideas. It's only a matter of pressing search. The question is, how do we employ this in a positive manner? Social media is something as part of reality. I do not agree with suppressing it, with saying, no, you should give me your phone, no phones anymore. Phones are part of our reality now. The question should be this: how do we use it in a manner that supports our means and support our objective and goal? أحيانا بعض الناس يقولون مثلا أي تليفون ضموها خذوها خلاص بعد أنت ما تفيدك التليفون. لا، خطأ. كيف نوظف هذه الأجهزة بشكل يليق بأهل البيت صلوات الله عليه. How do we employ these in a manners that help us and support us? Today, right now we're in Muharram. How many of you who have social media have posted something regarding Imam Hussein? Can I get a show of hands? Maybe 2-3% of everyone. Why is that? Why is that? And by the way, I'm asking this question like in a friendly manner. I'm your brother. Consider me even younger than you. Honestly speaking, consider me younger than you. This is something very important. Imam al-Hussein spent months. He sacrificed his blood, which Imam al-Hussein's blood is pureness. أشهد أنك طهر طاهر مطهر من طهر طاهر مطهر. Imam al-Hussein's blood is not najis, it's pureness. It is pureness itself. That was shed in Karbala. For what reason? For me to be going on TikTok, this is a very funny post, and I have a group broadcast and I forward it to 50 individuals of my friends for them to laugh. Why should I do that? Let me use it in a proper manner. Let me send a post regarding Imam al-Hussein to everyone. Do you know why this is not happening? Who knows why? I know why. Because we are not caring and supporting for each other. This is very important that we care and support each other. What does it mean to care and support for each other? It means that Brother Zain, Brother Ali, Brother Hussein, Brother Haidar sends me a post regarding Imam Hussein. I support him. MashaAllah, very nice. More to come, inshallah. Let's do more. Hey guys, our youth. Sheikh Ali came from Canada. Let's do a series of questions. Let's bomb him with questions. Let's do that. Let's see what can we filter from him or understand or learn from him. Let's do a circle. Let's do a gathering. Guys, it's a Muharram season. Let's try. It's 10 days. Let's try every single day when the Sheikh is speaking to learn one thing at least and write it down and find one question from the lecture and approach him with it. Oh, there's a majlis in Arabic read by Sheikh Salah. Let me try to sit and understand. Yes, it's Arabic, I don't understand. Let me try. Who told you life is very easy? Life is not easy. Life involves working hard. When you work hard, the future becomes easy for you. When you seek now, when you help others, we become strong. How many of us are here? 50, right? Let's say we're 50.
70.
Us 50, what can we do? Yani this is Markaz Imam Ali alayhi salam, right? We have a majlis in Arabic, a majlis in English. MashaAllah, everyone is helping. The management is helping to support everything and to put everything in a proper manner. How can we support them?
Help them.
Exactly. For example, I come to the management over here, tell them, I have a question. Why don't we do something like going on a field trip and gathering all of the youth? And let's bring somebody who knows how to speak, okay? And let's have a muhadara, let's have a session. Why don't we do something where, let's study for example, next Thursday, all of us come here, for example, okay? And everybody brings something which he believes benefited him from Imam Hussein. Every single one. And that involves research. We need that activity. We need that care for one another. Unless we become weak. And we are not weak. We are not weak. All what we need is unity, uniting with... I know everyone is working, everyone has a job, everyone has school. But your responsibility is to employ them in a proper manner. Today, the most powerful platform existing, in my opinion, humbly speaking, is the social media. To use it in a proper manner, to deliver things properly, is my and your responsibility. Spread the word. I have each of you, how many friends do you have? 10? 5? 2, let's say 2. 450, and everyone brings one friend with him, now we're 100. Now we've doubled the productivity of this lecture. Now we've understood. Muharram has come. That is great. Let's work on doing something. The youth must have a hand in everything. I will tell you one thing, very honestly, very straight. You guys are the future. You gotta work today, beginning. Not for you to become a very Husseini person, no. For the grandson of your grandson. So a few generations down. This should be your goal. Because in order for the message of Imam Hussein to continue, it needs one thing. You work on yourself, on your son, on your grandson, which they will work on their sons and grandsons, and this will continue. If we only remember Imam Hussein during Muharram, because the Markaz does rice and chicken, which is very good, and Timur al-Qima, which is very good, and we come only during these 10 days, then this is a tragedy. This is what kills Imam Hussein. And guess what? I'll tell you something right now. One day, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Prophet Muhammad, the angel Gabriel descended upon him. And Imam Hussein was on the lap of Prophet Muhammad. And Prophet Muhammad was playing around with his grandson, which he loved him. So, and the angel told him, do you love your grandson? أتحب ولدك هذا? قال أي والله. Yes, surely. He said these few words. He said, تقتله أمتك من بعدك. Your ummah will kill him after you. 4 words. Now, after you, when we say after, it is not limited. It's everything post the incident, after the incident. It could be 10 years, 20 years, 50, 1,000 years. We all know who actually killed Imam Hussein, slaughtered him. But Gabriel was very precise. He said, after you, min ba'dik. Baru Zaman, right? It is pertaining to a time. What evidence do we have that we are not contributing of killing Imam Hussein? That's a very strong question, I know, right? We could be one of the killers of Imam Hussein if we are not spreading his word, if we are not working upon the morals and the values he seeks to spread. Please, let's work on that. It is not a request from your brother, rather it is for the sake of Fatima Zahra. It is for her sake. One day we will all die. All of us. You don't want to be regretting things on your deathbed. You want to close your eyes, having your family all next to you, saying, Alhamdulillah, I'm going to die on the love of Ahlul Bayt, on the wilayah of Ahlul Bayt. I learned knowledge, I taught my kids, I delivered. You don't want to be saying, I should have done this, I should have done that. Ya laytani qaddamtu li hayati. I should have done this, I should have listened to the Sheikh when he was talking. I know it's quite hard to understand Arabic for me, but I will sit, I'll try. When it's majlis time, I can't cry, I don't have tears. Imam Sadiq says, Tabaka, you can't cry? Make yourself cry. Do this. Try to cry. Try to be emotional. This is all from the virtues of Ahlul Bayt. We have to learn that. We have to act upon that. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you, bless us, bless the Shia of Ahlul Bayt. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to hasten the reappearance of our Imam, Al-Hujjah salawatullahi alayhi. Inshallah ta'ala, I keep on saying this every day, but we're waiting for a larger group of youth, inshallah ta'ala. We will be doing a Q&A, inshallah, and a discussion back and forth where we can benefit all and have this productivity to be maximized. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين.